Good morning friends, welcome to Parnika's Tutorials YouTube channel. In this video, I want to discuss about insertion sort with an example, then I will discuss the pseudocode for the insertion sort. So I request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. What is meant by sorting? Arranging the elements either in the increasing order or decreasing order. In this video, I want to discuss how to arrange the elements in the increasing order using the insertion sort. To explain you, let me take a small example consists of array A which have 5 elements for S. 5, 1, 3, 2, 4. This is the input I am considering and I am storing it in an array called A. Now what is the output I want? I want the elements to be in the increasing order such as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now in the insertion sort also, we'll take two sublists such as sorted sublist and unsorted sublist. In the previous video, I have discussed about the selection sort. What we have done in the selection sort, there also we have taken two sublists such as sorted sublist and unsorted sublist. Then what I have taken, I have found the minimum value from the unsorted sublist and I have exchanged with the starting element in the unsorted sublist. Okay, so the same way we will take the sorted sublist and unsorted sublist and we will perform the insertion sort. Initially, I will take the 5 in the sorted sublist. Okay, the remaining elements are in the unsorted sublist. Okay, now what I will do is that I will take the first element in the unsorted sublist and I will store it in a temporary variable. So I will write temp is equal to 1, meaning is that I am storing the first element in the unsorted sublist which is 1. So I am storing it in a temporary variable. Now this 1 I will compare with all the elements in the unsorted sublist. Here we have only one element. So I will compare 5 and 1. Now 5 is greater than 1. If the element which is there in the unsorted sublist is greater than the first element in the unsorted sublist, then what I need to do is that I need to shift the element 5 to its next position. So 5 is currently here, I need to shift to the next position, so it will come as 5, 3, 2, 4. Like that we need to compare this one with the other elements in the sorted sublist, because in this case only one element is there in the sorted sublist, so I will keep the 1 here. So now 1 and 5 are there in the sorted sublist and 3 to 4 are there in the unsorted sublist. Are you able to follow with me or not? Now again what I will do is that I will take the first element in the unsorted sublist. What is the first element? Which is 3. So temp is equal to 3 I will consider. Now I will need to compare with the remaining elements in the sorted sublist. So first I will compare 5 and 3. So 5 and 3. Again 5 I found that 5 is greater than 3. So if 5 is greater than 3, what I need to do? I need to shift the 5 to its next position. So it will be 1, 5, 2, 4. Here also you will have the shifting, means that you are shifting here. Obviously you will have 5 here and you will compare this 1 with the temporary variable. Are you able to understand it or not? Here you will have 5, but just for your understanding I am considering it as a whole. Are you able to understand? Now this 1 I will compare with the temporary variable 1 and 3 I will check it. 1 is less than 3. So this condition is fail. If this condition is fail, we no need to shift this 1 and we need to place this temporary variable in this position. So we got it as 1, 3, 5 which are there in the sorted sublist and 2 and 4 are there in the unsorted sublist. Are you able to understand? So what I am doing is that I am taking the first element in the unsorted sublist and I am keeping it in the appropriate position in the sorted sublist. Am I right? Because 3 is greater than 1 and less than 5, so I need to keep 3 in between 1 and 5. So using the insertion sort, I have kept 3 between 1 and 5. Now what I need to do, I need to take the first element from the unsorted sublist, which is equal to 2, and I need to store it in the temporary variable. And then I need to compare this one with the elements in the sorted array in this way. Are you able to understand it or not? So first I will compare 5 and 2. 5, I found that 5 is greater than 2. So if I found 5 is greater than 2, then what I need to do? I need to shift this 5 to its next position. So if I do it, I will get it as 1, 3, 5, 5, 4, because I have shifted. So this one is empty right now. Are you able to understand it or not? Now I need to compare 3 and 2. 3 and 2 I will compare again. 3 I found is greater than 2. So if an element which is greater than the element in the unsorted sublist, we need to shift to the next position. So if I shift it, I will get it as 1, 3, 5, 4, and this is empty. Now you need to compare 1 and the 2. 1 and 2, 1 is less than 2. So if 1 is less than 2, if 3 is greater than 2, then only we need to shift it. Now here it is less than, so we no need to shift it to the next position, and we need to keep this temporary variable in this position. So we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 4. So now 4 elements will be there in the sorted sublist and 4 will be there in the unsorted sublist. Are you able to understand it or not? Let me explain. Now 1, 2, 3, 5 is there in the sorted sublist, 4 is there in the unsorted sublist. So again you will take the first element in the unsorted sublist and keep it in the temporary variable. Okay, now this one you need to compare with the elements which are there in the sorted sublist. First I will compare 5 and 4. 5 and 4, because from this side you should go to that side. 5, 3, 2, 1, like that you need to go. So 5, we found that 5 is greater than 4. If the element is there in the sorted sublist which is greater than this one, then you need to shift this 5 to this next position. If you shift it, it will be 1, 2, 3, a dash and a 5. Is it clear? Are you able to understand? Now you need to compare 3 with the 4. 3 and 4 I will compare, and I found that 3 is less than 4. Then I no need to shift this 3 to its next position. Here I need to keep the temporary variable which is 4. So now if you look at it, we have kept the 4 in its appropriate position and we got the entire sorted sublist, and we don't have any elements in the unsorted sublist, and we can stop this procedure. So once I have completed the insertion sort procedure, we got all the elements in the increasing order. That is the output I want from the given input. So I hope you have understood the insertion sort procedure. Let me give an overview. We will take two sublists such as sorted sublist and unsorted sublist. We will take the smallest element, not smallest element, the first element from the unsorted sublist, and we need to place it in the appropriate position in the sorted sublist. Is it clear? The first element from the unsorted sublist we need to keep, and we need to place it in the appropriate position in the sorted sublist. Okay. Now let me write the pseudocode for this one. For I is equal to 1, because I am starting from here, am I right? I is equal to 1, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay. Then what I am doing, I am keeping this one in a temporary variable. So I will write temp is equal to a of I. Is it clear? And then what I am doing is that I will take another variable j, and j from here I need to consider, because from here it should go. So j is equal to I minus 1. Okay. Then what I will write it is that while j is greater than or equal to 0 and, okay, if this and A of j is greater than temp. If it is so, what you need to do is that you need to write A of j plus 1 is equal to A of j. What is this one? I will explain for you. And then you need to decrement the j value. Okay. If this is not happening, then you need to store A of j plus 1 is equal to temp. Okay. This is while is completed, and this we need to close the for loop. So this closing braces is for this for loop, and this closing braces is for this while loop. Are you able to understand? Now let me explain the pseudocode with this example. Now initially, what is the I value? I value is equal to 1. Okay. What is the n value? The number of elements in the array. The number of elements in this array is 5. So n value is equal to 5. So 1 is less than 5. So this condition is true. If this condition is true, what I need to do? Temp is equal to A of I. What is temp? Temp is equal to A of 1. What is A of 1? Which is equal to 1 in this case. So temp is equal to 1. Are you able to understand? And j is equal to I minus 1. What is the I value? Is 1. So 1 minus 1, I got j value is equal to 0. Are you able to understand? Now, while j is greater than or equal to 0, what is the j value? 0. So 0 is equal to 0. So this condition is true. And A of j should be greater than temp. What is the A of j? A of 0. And what is the value is there in the temp? Temp value is 1. Am I right? Temp is equal to 1. What is the value is there in the A of 0? A of 0 is 5. So 5 is greater than 1. So this condition, both the conditions are true. One is that j is equal to 0. This condition is true. And A of j is greater than temp. So if this condition, both the conditions are true, you need to execute the statements which are there in the while loop. What are the statements which are there in the while loop? A of j plus 1 is equal to A of j. So if this condition is true, you need to shift this 5 to its next position. That is what I am doing. A of j plus 1 is equal to A of j. J value is currently 0. So 0 plus 1 is A of 1 is equal to A of 0. So in A of 0, 5 is there, that I am keeping in the A of 1 position. And then I am decrementing the j value. So if I am decrementing the j value will be minus 1. Am I right? Okay. J value will become minus 1. Let me erase this one. Temp is equal to 1. Okay. Are you able to understand? And j value is equal to minus 1. This condition is completed, means this while loop is completed. Again you need to check this one. J is not equal to 0 and j is not greater than 0. So this condition is failed. If this condition is failed, we will not check this one. Am I right? Because these two conditions should be true, then only we will execute the statements in this while loop. But here minus 1 is not greater than or equal to 0. So this is false. If this condition is false, I no need to check what is this condition. If this condition is failed, then this entire condition will be failed because you have a logical AND operator here. Then you will not execute the statements which are there in this one, and you will execute this one. A of j plus 1 is equal to temp. What is the j value currently? Minus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 will be equal to 0. So A of 0 is equal to temp. What is the value is there in the temp? Is 1. So you are keeping 1 here and 5 here. Like that you will repeat this for the entire procedure. So I hope you have understood how I perform the insertion sort and how I have written the pseudocode for the insertion sort. If you still have any doubts related to the insertion sort, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.